shattered to unbreakable. Listen here, sweet sister. Whether you think you have one little crack or you are shattered into a billion pieces, this podcast is going to give you the resources, tools, and skills to help piece yourself back together to form a beautiful, unique, solid, and unbreakable masterpiece. You are listening to Shattered to Unbreakable, the Reclaim Podcast. Let's talk. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Shattered to Unbreakable. This is your Thursday short, and I'm your host, Brandi. And today we're talking about don't believe everything you hear. This is near and dear to my heart because I've noticed in media and in the news, fear sells, and it's a psychological thing. It's been around in marketing for years. Companies will literally try to make you scared of life without their product. This is a well-known marketing strategy, and you are the victim of it every time you turn around. And now that there's less TV and less commercial ads, which still show fear, and this is now being seen in social media, and the news has been doing this for a long time. If you'll notice, not a lot of good things get posted all the time. You're seeing a lot of controversial things. You're seeing a lot of extremist views. You're seeing a lot of race issues, a lot of things that really drum up strong emotions and not the good kind. And that's what sells. So that's what's going to keep being posted. I would love if we could start a movement where we don't play into the fear, like stop watching the news. It is not news. It's not facts. They do not want you to know what's going on in the world. They want you to watch their show because that's how they get paid. They don't get paid for you to know what's going on in the world. They get paid for you to watch their show. And the only way that they can ensure that you watch their show and not someone else's is to be the only ones having breaking news and the ones having this just outrageous story that only they captured. And the reason that only they captured it is because it's not real. Like, it's driving me nuts. And so many of us are now living in fear because of what's being said on the news and what's being said on social media. People take little snippets out and they create this story around it that's not true to get you to click on it. Anything you click on is called clickbait for a reason. I don't know if any of you know this. I didn't know this for a long time, but there are websites where they just get paid if you click on it. So if you see a headline and you're curious about that headline, the moment you click on it, they get paid. It doesn't matter if it's true. It doesn't matter if that article's accredited. It doesn't matter if it was photoshopped or AI generated. If you click on it, they get paid. So yeah, I don't read tabloids. I don't click on news stuff online. I don't watch it on TV. My opinion is that if it's important enough for you to know about, you'll hear about it. And it probably won't be the facts unless you are actually there. But yeah, it's striking fear in all of us. And I really hate that for us because a country ruled by fear is a country that will never be united. There's so many, conspiracy theories I've heard about uniting a country or keeping it divided. I do see a lot of division being driven by the media. I see a lot of division being driven by race. And the only way it's going to get better is if we stop segregating the news, and schools of thought. I want us to get away from being afraid. And the only way that you will not be afraid is if you ask more questions. Don't trust what's being told to you. Ask questions, get the information, and then make your own decision. I just watched a documentary tonight and I was very frustrated. It was very clear that this documentary had an agenda, which is probably true for most documentaries. I would love it if we could have, and I had to watch this for school. I don't just go watching documentaries either because of this. But if we could have media or reporting that's just the facts, that would be great. That's what reporting was always designed to be. It's just, let's uncover the truth. Let's find the facts. No emotions behind it, no bias. Let's just find the facts. And that's what journalism was always supposed to be. That's what the news stations were always supposed to be. It's not like that anymore. We can make it that way if we ask questions. Keep asking questions. Take it in and then say, I wonder why it's like that. Tell me more. Oh, is that the stats? Well, what are some other stats? Like the thing about statistics that also drives me crazy. It's not that drives me crazy. That's why I'm crazy, I guess. Anyway, uh, statistics, you can make them be whatever you want to be, and that's the tough part about statistics. I do appreciate peer-reviewed articles so that they can kind of be scrutinized and all the biases can be picked apart. I do like that, and I like meta-analyses because they take all the studies and they study it across, like, what do they have in common and what don't they have in common? Where were the strong points? Where were the weak points? What's really true and what really isn't? But you can make stats be whatever you want. And the news is really good about that. And these documentaries are really good about that. They only take out the stats that serve their bias and their agenda, and they post that. They strike fear in you, they strike emotion in you, and that's how they get you on their side. So, my short today is to ask a lot of questions, learn a lot more about what you're being told, stop watching the news. We need to become a country that thinks for ourselves and isn't just led by this like crazy making fear driven idea. It's maddening. But I have faith in us. I have faith in us as a human race and as US citizens. We are given the freedom to think for ourselves in this country, and we're being led blindly by fear driven news and media. Let's wise up, start asking some questions. I think we could do that. And we're going to be so much better off for it. And we are going to be a country united if we can do that. So I'm all of a sudden political. Thank you. That's your short for today. See you Tuesday. Stay sparkly. Thanks for listening, you guys. I wanted to let you know our website has changed. Our new website is called thereclaimstrategy.com. I think it is so fitting. We also have a whole university full of free courses and downloads. So please go check that out. It's called The Reclaim University or Reclaim You. I thought of it all by myself. So proud. And so hop on there and download some resources. Also, I would love for you to share this podcast. The more women we can get in front of, the more women we can save, and the more children we can affect. I love you guys. Stay sparkly. I'll see you next week.